Hopefully it's working. I'm doing stuff on the fly. My goodness. There's so many things I forgot to do that I thought I already did. All over the place. Forgive me. But nonetheless, we're here. We're back for episode 2 of Anime Club. So I forgot to keep you guys posted. What's up? I forgot to keep you guys posted through the week about what I was gonna do for Anime Club. That's my bad, but dude, there's so many things. Let me know if the capture is okay. If it's synced up, it's stuttering for me, so I have a feeling. Just everything's everywhere. Settings all over the place. Fixing audio settings on the fly. What's up, Cyber? Happy Friday. But like computer issues, everything. Computer issues. I had to restart a couple of times just to get it to work. My computer was locking up on me. So hopefully it doesn't lock up during the stream. I wrote all my bullet points down. What's up, Chuns? Wrote all my bullet points. Oh my gosh! Bullet points down for these episodes, and then restarted in the middle of writing them, so I lost everything. What's up, Henry? Thank you, everybody. So I remember what I wrote down, so I'm gonna be winging this. I'm not writing it down again. All over the place. So the plan moving forward is for Anime Club, we were gonna be covering Skeleton Knight, Summertime Rendering, and Deaimon. And if you look right now, you know what? It popped up. I wasn't gonna do anything, but it popped up on the screen and deserved it. All right, so we were covering Skeleton Knight, Summertime Rendering, and Deaimon. And if you can tell from the thumbnail, and if you look for what's scheduled in the channel, I took Summertime Rendering out. Summertime Rendering we're going to be doing after this Anime Club stream on its own, so we'll be watching it and theorizing and coming up with everything, right? So I moved it out of Anime Club and put it on the channel. And instead of adding another series, I'm just going to keep it for right now. I'm just going to keep Anime Club for Skeleton Knight and for Deaimon, which means these Anime Club streams aren't going to be too long because I'll get into it. I'll start off with Skeleton Knight. For me, right? For me, which way do I need to move to get in the frame? This way. So for me, Skeleton Knight, now, I think, how many episodes does Skeleton Knight have? That I'm not sure of. I'm pretty sure you guys would be more familiar than I am. But so far, we're 3 episodes in, talking about the 3rd episode of Skeleton Knight. We're 3 episodes in, and Skeleton Knight for me still just seems very like run-of-the-mill isekai. And I like said it last week, but I'm not like a huge isekai fan. Like all the isekais that I've watched or I'm interested in all have like a unique twist to it or a unique turn to it that makes me more interested in the series and I buy in. And so far, 3 episodes in, this series doesn't have that for me. It just feels like very, I don't even, like, I'm trying to use the right word without offending the series. Like, generic comes the word. It feels very generic. Like, it feels like a bunch of pieces of other shows that I've seen before put together into one, and we have this. It's not bad, but for me, it's not great. It's just all right. It's just all right. I watched the episode. I thought it was good. I don't remember the name of the elf girl. I wrote it down. It starts with an A. It's like, what's her name? If you guys what's her name? Hold on. I'll be able to pull it. Her name's in the title of the episode. I had it and then I lost it. Her name's not in the title, but it starts with an A. Yeah, thank you. That's her name. Thank you. I appreciate it. So we get introduced to her character, and one of my points that I really wanted to like hit home, it was a point last week. They stick to the formula so much that it makes you want to create your own isekai just to go against the mold. It feels like it honestly feels like with all these isekais that are out there, it shouldn't be too hard to create one. Like, it feels like anyone, like there's so many, it feels like you can just make one and people would like it because it's an isekai. That's how I feel about the genre in general. But a point that I want to make is that in this series, it just feels like everyone is either like they're too accepting. They're just okay with everything. So what was it? It was whenever he went into the dungeon, took out those guys, took all the spoils, came out the dungeon, and then she like attacked, and she's like this and that, and he's like, no, you gotta listen, and she's not listening. And then he does, what does he do? He does something, and she just is like, she sees Ponta, and by seeing Ponta, she like stops, and then he does something else, and she's like, all right, cool. She just walks away, like she turns her back to him and everything. Like, you don't know that, like it's just like, yeah, he might like he might be not a bad person, or the person that is behind these kidnappings of these tiny little elf girls doesn't mean he's good just because he didn't do that and you turn your back. Everyone's a little bit too accepting in this series. It's just they're too accepting, or they're extreme. It feels that way. So that was one thing I wanted to point out. Second thing I wanted to point out, she has some serious plot. All right, that's out of the way. A thing they did, I don't know if they were trying to save budget, if they didn't have enough budget. That's what I'm saying. He had a spirit fox. So he can't be a bad person. She just stopped. I'm like, this guy could have destroyed you. He could have destroyed you. Isekai kind of feels like cliche to me. Too much isekai with the same plot. It's the same thing. This is how generic series are. But the whole thing is just like, everyone was like, oh my gosh, Skeleton Knight, this is the one. So I'm like, I'm waiting for how much people love the series. I'm waiting for what made you love the series. Like, what was it? What drew you into this that said, what drew you into this and made you feel like, my goodness, Skeleton Knight's finally getting an anime. Great. Watch it. That's what I'm waiting for. And I feel like as the episodes go on, like, we'll probably get into some stuff because it's nothing akin. Well, it's Overlord has to me so far has a way better story. Like Prison School, he likes crows, so he can't be bad. Yep. But it works for Prison School because Prison School doesn't take itself serious. And I can't say if the series takes itself serious or not. Kind of feels like it maybe in a little bit, but Prison School is complete, like, off the walls. Like, there's no way this series is meant to be taken serious. You're meant to be like shock value and laugh. That's what that is. But it's just a few things. It's just like with Arc, he accepted this whole situation like way too easy. There's way too much sweaty. Prison School is one of my favorite series, period. Legit. It's one of my favorite series, period. I can rewatch it at any time and literally almost burst a blood vessel at how hard I'm laughing. That's how much I love Prison School. It's hilarious to me. It's not for everyone though. I feel like I'd accept being in an isekai pretty easily. I wouldn't. I wouldn't, but I love my life, so that's why I'm like, I wouldn't. Like, it's just this episode is like the third episode is just he's just going around just being a mercenary. That's it. Right? I'm not expecting people to go crazy, but I'm expecting like he just doesn't care. He's all he's doing. It just makes me feel like, what was life before? Because all he literally is doing is just covering his daily expenses. That's it. He's a mercenary. That's it. That's all he's doing. He's like, he goes to the he's overpowered. He's overpowered. I should he's not necessarily, he's technically a mercenary by terms, but he's overpowered, he's busted, right? he's overpowered, he's busted, and he just cover, like, all he does is he does enough to cover his daily expenses. That's it. So as long as he can eat and drink, he's fine. He doesn't converse with people. Like, he doesn't have like a personal life. He just spends his time warping around. Job here, job there, talk to Ponta. And that's it. And I'm just like, it's just like, what, I don't know. Like, there's nothing special. Right? There's nothing special. There's nothing special. It feels very like generic. And another thing that bothers me is how whenever he does stumble across a situation, and this is gonna come into play, where because he's an undead or something, or he doesn't, they dropped it in like the first episode or the second episode where he whenever he the production value is good, the art is cool, the animation's kind of good, right? It's just like, it's nice to look at, but it doesn't hold me. I'm not even bringing it up, but when he's the first thing I said, I'm like, where's the food and drink going? He's just making a mess of his armor. Never mind. It takes him forever to go into action. It's just, it bugs me. And it's not, I forget, that's what I was saying. Because he's an undead, I guess, he like, he's lacking emotion. So like, when he slaughtered those dudes in the first episode, he's like, I don't even feel bad. So now it's like he stumbles across situations, and they're like terrible situations. Like, even if like you don't have a moral compass, just the thought of this, like, even if you can't feel sympathy for the individuals going through it, the thought of what it is, you could be like, damn, that kind of tough. Like, you can I would assume that you can think like, damn, that's kind of tough, even if you don't feel bad. So it's like, you come across girls being like assaulted, about to be raped, and he's taking his sweet time. He's letting them like get their clothes ripped off. He's letting all this stuff, like, they're being traumatized, and he's just like, kind of just like, all right, I guess I'll do something. Just like, come on. And then it's the same thing. It's the same thing in this episode where he comes like, he stumbles across, like, across the elf girl, and like, fighting all these bandits. It's 1 versus like 30 or something. I don't know how many people there are, and they're like torturing like these he's like torturing these girls and using them as shields, like these tiny little, like, they're like younger than 10, like elf girls. And he's just in the bushes watching, right? He's just in the bushes watching. And I'm like, I don't know. It's just like, come, like, okay, she's here, she's handling it, cool, whatever. I don't know. It's just like, I feel like I need a little bit more haste. Like, he like, our Arc can kind of be annoying to watch just because there's no sense of urgency. Because he has no urgency. It feels like, right? It kind of feels like, I've been put in this situation, whatever, cool, I'm fine. That's what it feels like, even if that's not what's trying to be conveyed. That's what it feels like. Her plot's ridiculous, though. From far away, you can kind of tell, but when you get close, like, wow. Trapped in a dating sim is far better because the MC appears to be the right level of scumbag. Gotcha. But yeah, that's pretty much it with Skeleton Knight. I'm gonna stick with it for the sole purpose of Anime Club, just to see if we get some cool stuff from it, if we can get Arc a challenge, because right now he's just busted. He has abilities, like, it's because of how, like, he explained it in the first episode of how, like, and when he played his character, his path that he took his character into being this knight, he was just able to absorb all of that, and like, the structure of the game, like, he's only supposed to be a knight, but he has everything, like, he has abilities he shouldn't has, like forbidden abilities and healing abilities and all this. It's just it's a lot. I can talk much more positively so far about Deaimon than Skeleton Knight. I really like this series. I really do like this series. So far, this is like the does it show have a general direction, any character arc setup? Which one? Skeleton Knight or this one? Because I switched images. Or are you talking about the one that Agakaze is talking about? Game nerds, I'm moving too quick. Skeleton Knight. So they're setting up something. They gave us a little bit of politics and they gave us a little bit of politics in this third episode about two countries about to go into war. And like something with a prince or a princess, and this guy's trying to kill the prince or the princess. I really wasn't paying attention. And there's and the elf girl that the pink girl in the poster, she's hiring him to be a mercenary to fight on their side because they're being attacked. So they're starting to set that stuff up. We literally have only spent the most time with him, and so far all he cares about is eating and drinking and covering his daily expenses. That's it. So maybe in a couple of episodes we might get some, but that's why I'm gonna stick with it just to see if there's a cool scene we'll get some cool animation or some cool fight or something. Some cool. And when I say cool, I mean cool looking fight. I could check out of the story by then, but if it looks cool, I'm not gonna say it doesn't look cool. So I'm gonna move on to Deaimon. I really like this series. This series is really wholesome. A lot of people were saying when the series was first like mentioned how they didn't want it to go like the nasty route, and I'm still on that because we're only 3 episodes in, and it's just like they see this guy, they see this girl, they're like, oh, they're gonna make the girl fall in love with him, and I'm like even in like this series isn't like some weird like hentai super duper ecchi. This is like a regular series. I don't think they're gonna go that nasty because, and granted, I'm like, this is me being naive, I guess, because I haven't watched many of these series that have this. But it's like the age difference is too much, and the girl is too young, so it feels like even in that standard, she's like too young. Like she's like either like 8, 9, or 10. She's like she's literally a child, and this man is in his 30s. And they've been setting up this parent-child relationship that could be built because she's so desperate to find her dad. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I have not. She's so desperate to find her dad, and it's becoming a part where it's hard to be like critical of a 10-year-old in a series, especially a 10-year-old that's been abandoned by her parents. So it's like she'll be in public and she'll see someone that fits the image of the last time she saw her dad, and she'll just take off and follow them. And that's what she did in this third episode. She saw someone that kind of looked like her dad. Instead of going to school, she jumped on the bus, followed the guy, and fell asleep on the bus. So now she's just somewhere. I don't know where she ended up. I don't know what the distance between where she was and where she ended up was. Maybe it was in like the same town or something. I think he's in Kyoto or something. So I think she should have been in school. And she's like, nah, I was just like, all right, girl, that's not. I felt like so protective. I'm like, that's not safe. You're just following this man you don't know. And she's steady questioning herself. She's like, I don't know if that's my dad. It could be him, but if I don't follow, I don't know if it will be him. So I gotta follow. It's just like, girl, that's unsafe. That is so unsafe. And the episode built itself up to have like a really wholesome end. So we get introduced to I'll definitely take these recommendations you guys are putting in, or not recommendations, I should say. So like we get introduced to oh gosh, what's her name? It's Ko Kuku. Oh my goodness, Kanako. We get introduced to Kanako, which is why I feel like this series isn't gonna devolve into the girl falling in love with him or them falling in love with each other. I really do feel like they're building like this parental relationship, like this parent-child relationship together. Because Kanako, I don't know, they don't explicitly say if she was his girlfriend, but they showed them throughout the series, throughout the episode. They showed them like in these give me Power Ranger vibes, which is never a good sign. Cursed, leave it alone. Love Power Rangers. But I think Kanako could have been like his girlfriend from college or his girlfriend when he lived in Tokyo. Or if it wasn't his girlfriend, they definitely were doing things together, 100%, because they were super duper close. And when he left, this is what if anyone else has watched the series, I need to rewatch this scene, because whenever he got the letter saying that his dad like collapsed and stuff, I guess she showed up when he got that letter, and he was like, I'm leaving, I'm going back home. And I don't know if they drummed it up for comedy or if this was from her perspective or his perspective, but she like packed her stuff up and just left him. And it's just like, I don't know if that was done for comedy or did she really leave him when he's, or another thing is, I need to maybe rewatch, because to my knowledge, it felt like the mom sent him a letter saying dad collapsed or dad got sick or dad got put in the hospital and yada yada yada, like giving him an update on what's going on. And he felt bad, so he came home. He realized what was more important to him. Maybe in the letter the mom actually put like, your dad is in the hospital, he has hemorrhoids. He has hemorrhoids, not that big of a deal, but he read dad got put in hospital and lost it and decided to go home. Maybe that could have been the case. So when she reads the letter, it's like dad is in the hospital, dad has hemorrhoids. She read that, seen him freaking out, and was just like, you know what? You know what? I don't like sweets. See you later. I don't know if it was done for comedy or not, so I need to rewatch that scene. I need to rewatch that scene. So you get introduced to her, and she Kanako and Itsuka run into each other when Itsuka's running around trying to find her dad in whatever place she's in. And while they run into each other, thank you. You do watch it. I think in her perspective, she doesn't want Nagomu to hesitate. Yeah, I think that's true as well. But Nagomu's he's trying to hide the fact that she skipped school so that she doesn't get in trouble by everyone, which is something I like about him, because he's like holding a solid for her. Like, she's like the golden child. He's gonna keep the appearance of her being the golden child even when she falters a little bit. She's 10. So he goes, he finds her, and I like the fact that even in like this moment, Nagomu and Kanako were able to have like this mature conversation with each other, and he like dipped and he came back. Like it really, like, it could have easily just been like a very petty or something else, but it felt very mature. They felt like two individuals that really care about each other. I would say love each other and necessarily didn't want what they were in to end, but they did end, and now they're back. I think they're back in each other's lives, and I think Kanako might end up sticking around because she's like drifting right now. She doesn't have a job. She probably has a place to live, but I don't know. She's just drifting. She was a natural in the store. Just seems like Nagomu's not good at anything, but his love is just in the place. He's like, I want them to be together. At the episode ended, I'm just like, these two just need to be together. She just needs to stay here. I'm just like, in my brain, I'm like, they need to be together, and they need to adopt Itsuka, and they just need to be her adoptive parents and just run the store and live in this small town forever. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I hope happens in this series. But I think what's gonna happen, like, we're gonna get episodes into this thing, and Dad's gonna pop back up, and I wonder if Dad pops back up when Nagomu and Itsuka's relationship gets really close, and it's gonna probably throw a monkey wrench in it. I can already hear the "you're not my dad" thing. I can already feel that coming. That one's gonna hit hard. So far so good. It was a good third episode. I think the third episode might be my favorite so far. I just like how it was structured, and I like Kanako as a character, how she was introduced. He's only good in music. That is true. That is true. I look forward to Mitsuru and Nagami doing a clap. That would be cool. I really want Kanako to stick around, man. What's the darkest thing I've watched? I don't know. I'm just gonna default to say Tokyo Ghoul because I really can't think. I really can't think, so I guess Tokyo Ghoul. Berserk is on my list of things to watch / read, so I can't really think. But yeah, Daimon's a really good show. If you're not watching, watch it. Do not watch Berserk. I'm gonna watch the old anime. I'm not gonna watch the new one. I'm not a fan. I'm not that big of a fan of CG, but I'll watch the old one. And then I'll read. And I already know how it's structured. Don't watch the first episode, because the first episode's technically like it's at the end of it's some weird stuff. So I know, trust me. I watched the first episode of Berserk like 7 years ago, and I don't remember anything about it. So I watched Claymore. I like Claymore. Claymore's all right. Maybe I need to rewatch it. Maybe I need to rewatch it. It was one of those where I kind of got lost, so I just I finished it. I just like finished it up, and I was just like, whatever. I don't remember anything about it. I just remember like orange skies and stuff like that. That's all I remember. Not a lot of talking, just stuff like that. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I got for Anime Club. Skeleton Knight, it's all right, but Deaimon is like very lovable, has a lot of heart, really cool characters. Nagomu, I hope to see him progress in his in trying to work at the family shop, because his passion is like, I feel like it's unmatched. His passion is unmatched. He cares a lot. He cares a lot, but he cares too much. He's one of those, like, he cares too much. He feels he cares too much to be productive. So I'm hoping that he can get a little bit better, because it'd be cool to watch them. I do feel like I need to add another series to Book Club. I'll look at what's airing, because I haven't, outside of the stuff we're doing on the channel, the only thing I'm watching outside of it is Kaguya, and I'm not adding Kaguya to this. So I'll look at something else, and hopefully I can catch up really quick and then add it starting next week. So we'll see. But that's all I got. If all you guys that are here, I'm doing summertime rendering at 5:30, so that is in 22 minutes. Summertime rendering is going to be in 22 minutes. We're going to react to episode 2. So if you want to be here for that, just hang around, hop in the Discord. Link is in the description. I'll be bouncing around. I'm really going to go use the bathroom and go find some food. Because I haven't done any of that. So thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. I'll definitely look into what I can add for a third series in this. And yeah, see you guys in a few minutes. So have a good one. Thank you, and I'll see you. Peace out.